Hi, it's Mike again. Thanks for joining me on the WV Retreat channel. I know it's been a while since our last video where we completed our cabin build in West Virginia. I'll link that in the description, so check it out if you missed it. In this video, I got a chance to ride in a two-person glider at a local airport. Stay tuned to see what happened, and I'll share how you can take a trip like this if you're interested. Sue and the kids surprised me for my birthday with a ride in a glider. The ride was hosted through the Eastern Soaring Center at the Grant County Airport, nestled between mountains in Petersburg, West Virginia. My pilot was Brian Collins, a retired U.S. Air Force colonel. Brian has a lot of impressive experience flying and instructing gliders through the Soaring Society of America. He has over 20 state and 2 national records. We launched from a grass runway parallel to the paved airport runways. You won't see a tow plane because we used a winch launch, which is a high-powered motor at the other end of the airfield that winds in a long cable attached to the front of the glider. The cable, made of plastic, is 4,000 to 8,000 feet long.
I get strapped in, finish your checklist, and then I'll be ready. I'll go there, check the avionics are off. Altimeter's set, belts are good. Your belt down, it gets belted. Copy, stand by, 15 seconds. Ballast is good. Controls ready to check. Canopy will close in a second. Cable is hooked up. Dive brakes closed and locked. Direction of wind. Down the runway, good. And emergencies, that take care of. All right, Michael, you ready to go?
Ready.
Here we go, camera coming down. That's not going to. Winch operator glider, take up slack, take up slack, take up slack. All right, that's good. You just sit back, relax, and enjoy the view. Okay, here we go.
Ready to go.
Be a quick acceleration, lift off, rotate, climb. I'm gonna say launch in a second. Launch, launch, launch. 5-0, 5-0. And we're climbing already. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh yeah, wow.
You're already 500 feet in the air, Michael. Is that crazy?
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, I like that acceleration too.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yep, there's 1,000 feet in the air.
Oh, man.
See if I can find any rising air around me. My nose picture is about like this, not real high, not real low. I'm going to turn over this way some. Just a beautiful day around us today. It is just a gorgeous day. Head over this way a little bit. Zero right here, so I'm going to start a gentle turn right here. Again, nice view of the horizon here. Head this way a little bit, see a wisp of a cloud that maybe has some lift. A little bit of something right there. Smile, wave for the camera. Little turn right here. Just feeling out the air, seeing if I can feel any updrafts. We are just like the birds. We will circle in rising air and sink. rising air, so I'm going to circle it right here. See if I can stay in it. If for any reason you go, hey Brian, that's too much circling, just let me know, okay?
Okay.
But circling is a popular thing to do in a glider, just like the birds do, for the exact same reason. And so we'll do a fair amount, but they're gentle circles like this. So it's not normally any problem, but I just point it out.
Do you normally circle to the right, or do you go both
I normally
ways?
circle whichever way I think the lift is.
Okay.
Because I've got a camera on your left wing, I am circling right today if I can. Otherwise, you'd see nothing but blue sky if I had a camera on the right wing. Now you see plenty of ground right here. It gives a nice, pretty video circling that way.
Yeah, this is cool.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo. It's just like you did on your RC plane, except you're in the plane now, you know?
Yeah.
Just a different perspective. So I've been circling where there's not rising or sinking air, and we've mostly held our altitude for the last 3 minutes here.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because normally our glider sinks 150 feet every minute, and it isn't right now. Right now it's hardly coming down at all. And so I'll just keep working this weak thermal here. Maybe it'll get strong enough we can actually go up in the air. Because the glider only sinks at 150 feet per minute, the air routinely goes up at several hundred feet per minute. So if I'm sinking at 150 and air going up at 300, we're going to go up 150 feet per minute. And right there, your altimeter just went up 10 feet. Which 10 feet's not much, right?
Yeah.
But I can't jump 10 feet in the air with a 1,000-pound glider on back, and neither can you. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. And that's exactly what the birds are doing. It seems weird because we weigh so much more than a bird. But the reality is the amount of weight per square foot of wing area is only 2 to 3 times more than a bird. So it's pretty close. As opposed to a Cessna or a commercial airliner, which is a lot more weight per square foot. And it's that area of the wing that primarily is responsible for determining how or whether you will climb in a thermal. Because if you're too heavy, no thermal is strong enough to lift you up. Exactly what you expect, right?
Right. Yes, we're going up a little bit, right?
We are going up. You saw that, yep. I was wondering if you'd see that, yep. We did just gain some altitude right now.
Yeah, check that out.
I found a little bit better with thermal right there. I'm going to circle in that, see if I can stay in it. Actually, we gain real altitude. Because I can pick up hundreds, and on a good day, thousands of feet in a thermal. Probably not what you imagine. Well, no, it is, because you know your RC does that.
Yeah.
Same thing, only it requires almost no wind to go up in the air. It's so relatively light, it would climb a lot easier than a bird would, or we would. But yeah, we can go up.
Yep. Above 700. Man.
So I just make these smooth, gentle turns. Winch operator glider, you go all the way down.
In my RC plane, I have a variometer with
You do?
yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So I can hear it when it's going up. It goes up in pitch.
That is awesome. So your top right instrument is a variometer there.
Okay.
But I've got it turned off right now because it's an audio one, like yours is in your RC, and we don't need to hear that noise. I've got a mechanical one back here, and I can use it just fine, so I don't inundate our environment with a lot of beep, 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 beep sounds.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Makes it easier to hear the radio, me to talk to you, etc. So we have picked up 150 feet.
That is
that will allow the glider all by itself to stay up 1 more minute and travel, about 2 miles.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. Travel about a half mile. My math got off there. Not 2 miles, right? Half a mile. But that's still a real amount. Do that a couple times, and suddenly you can travel a whole lot farther on the single flight you're on.
That's amazing.
And where there's one thermal, there's often many thermals. So you just go from one thermal, go up, go to the next thermal, go up, go to the next thermal, go up, and you just keep on doing that until next thing you know, you've been up in the air for 12 and a half hours. That's my longest flight, Michael, 12 and a half hours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, bet you didn't expect that, did you?
No.
Most people don't. Yep, nope. That's what a glider can do. And I've actually flown 1,000 miles. I've done it twice on one flight. 12 and a half hours, 1,000 miles covered. Well, that's more than most power planes, Cessnas, etc. can do. Time or distance, yep.
Where was that at?
Right here. See the ridge to your right? That ridge right there. I went from New York down to Tennessee, back to Pennsylvania, down here to West Virginia, and then back to Pennsylvania and landed. We picked up almost 200 feet in this thermal right here now.
Check that out.
That's not been bad at all.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
I thought we'd be dropping like a rock today.
Well, normally we are, except when there's lift, and if you know what you're doing, you can take advantage of it. Yep.
If you're enjoying the video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment to let me know if you would take a ride like this. How was your previous flight?
Good. We had a nice long flight also. Conditions were different though, so I wasn't sure what your flight would look like. But we're going to have a nice flight right here. Now, if I asked you how long you think you've been in the air, Michael, what would your answer be without looking at the camera or phone or anything?
10 minutes?
Yeah, it's been a little over 10 minutes, correct, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's easy to misjudge and think you've been up for about half as long.
Okay.
But you've been on your phone, which it gives you some clues for how long you've been videoing, etc. But yeah, if I just had somebody up here, we're talking, they normally would guess about 5 minutes. They go, what, 5 minutes? I'm like, try 12, It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, is that crazy?
Altitude. Yeah.
And we're getting altitude. We're now 300 feet higher.
Check that out.
We are slowly but steadily climbing right now. Winch operator glider. This will be just one flight. Whenever I land, I want you to come grab me so I can take him in then. Oh, we are climbing nice now. You are now 500 feet higher, like thermal. 500 feet. Now, did you notice the thermal? We're drifting down away from the airport. Airport's to your left there. We've been drifting this way to my right the whole time. Gotcha. So you have to keep that in mind because it's possible to climb slowly but drift quickly and not be able to make it back to the airport. That'd be a bad thing, so I watch very carefully not to do that. But we can easily glide back to the airport. I could glide up to that mountain in front of you, the base of that mountain in front of you. I could glide it and land if we wanted to. We don't want to, but I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a nice thermal here. We're now 500 feet higher than the winch took us, and I'm coming up on 1,000 feet higher than when I started this thermal. Crazy, isn't it?
I can't believe it.
Awesome. And it's just still climbing. So how high can we go? Typically, the lift stops at the top of the clouds. But I can't fly in the clouds, so we have to stop at the bottom of the cloud. Now, right now, there's no cloud above me, so that's not a limiting factor. But it turns out, generally speaking, lift won't go any higher than the clouds around you, even if there's no cloud here.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'd say lift's going to go another 1,500 feet. We won't necessarily fly that long. I mean, you've already been flying for 15 minutes. I want to actually fly around some and show you what it feels like as well. But the glider just keeps going up. Look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Now, how do you read that little flag, that string there?
My yaw string indicator. So when the yaw string is to the left, I need a little bit more right rudder. When it's to the right, I need left rudder. So you move the rudder pedals the direction you want the tail of the yaw string to move. And that yaw string should mostly stay right back at me like it is there. just like that.
Okay.
And then I'm flying coordinated instead of sideways to the airflow. And that's the most efficient way for the glider. Pretty neat today. It's a nice day. This is a beautiful little pearl we found here. Smooth and gentle, and took us up 1,000 feet. And that right there is 1,000 feet exactly. That's awesome.
Okay. That's crazy.
I'm going to do one more circle and then come back around, okay?
Okay.
How you doing there, Michael?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Because right now all we're doing is not gaining much altitude and drifting downwind, so that's not really helping us. There's no need to stay in the thermal. What I'll do is fly up to this ridge in front of me here and see if maybe there's some better lift coming off this ridge in front of me. Maybe I simply gone the wrong way in that thermal, because that was some good lift. I'm only one circle here, because that was actually a good lift right there. It really is something. I'm a glider pilot. I hate to turn down good lift, you know? Alright, we'll fly this way a little bit. I'm gonna see if there's enough wind for the ridge to generate lift up in front of you here.
Okay.
Actually in map wave right here, because I'm in lift, not on a thermal, and not on a ridge. So I do believe this is mountain wave. What happens is that big plateau in front of you to your left, slightly about 8 miles away. Wind comes over, it bounces down one side, bounces up, and literally creates a wave in the sky. And that wave will propagate several more times, probably down to where we are right here. And that's called mountain wave.
Okay.
And it can be a great source of lift. Right now we're in some sync, so I have to speed up and get to that sync a little faster.
When's the best time of year to fly to find lift thermals?
It depends. Okay, so mountain wave is a fall through spring condition. Thermals is a typically March through September, October, where there's a little more heating on the ground than the rest of the year. But the two of them intermix all the time.
Oh, okay. So, I bet you can catch different ones.
So here
different
we're
times of
catching a
year.
little bit of thermals, and then some wave and ridge as well. Ridge lift right here, because there's a ridge below me, and probably any lift is wind coming, hitting that ridge and going up. Okay. There's Charlie's knob to your right. That knob there, there's 5 sail towers.
Gotcha.
We started out 2,000 feet below. slow it. We're still 500 feet above it. So I think you're going to see thermal. That was the first thing we did. Wave, that's what I mentioned a moment ago. And this is ridge lift. So you have got all three forms of lift on your one flight. That's pretty rare.
Wow.
That's awesome.
It's nice being able to just hear you without all the engine noise.
It is. Yeah, that's what I like about gliding. Is not all that other noise. Yep. You just talk like this. And like I said, this is actually a little bit of a loud glider. There are other gliders that are much quieter.
Oh, okay.
So a real high performing glider, it would be literally totally silent. No sound whatsoever. Just the whisper of air going by like in your car. Still. Down next to the peak. Now we're in Richmond. Big time.
Nice. I can feel it.
And you can literally watch us go above, see how we're climbing, you can literally see it, can't you?
Yeah.
And when you're right next to a hill, then you can see the effect of lift. We just gained 200 feet in just a couple of seconds there. I can see the trees moving on the top of the hill. That's what I want to see. I want to see motion on the trees there. That means the wind is hitting that ridge, and when it hits the ridge, it's flexing right up. 3,500 feet. So what I do is just fly parallel the ridge like this, slow, and go right up with it. We're already 300 feet, 400 feet higher there. In a moment, I'm going to turn around, go back around again, and then we'll probably head back. So I want to turn in lift, so I wait until I get a piece of lift, and then I turn, so I'm not turning in sinking air. Probably makes pretty good sense.
Yeah.
Right back against the ridge here. There's that lift. And you can feel it lift you up. And you can see it as we get higher above the ridge here again.
I can feel it.
All right, and now we'll head back towards the airport. And I'll just stay in this lift the whole way. Where there's lift, there's sink, so whenever you can, you keep your altitude as long as you can, so you have the best flight back home. Now the airport is just off your left there, in front of you, about to your left at your 11 o'clock. And this is a really, I would be hard pressed not to make the airport in any conditions. It's possible, but really unlikely. And not when I'm in lift right now, because if I did find real sink, all I would do is come back to this good lift. Get higher and try it a second time.
Gotcha. any spruce knob from here?
Spruce knob. I don't remember which one it is. It's one of these high peaks. There's a high peak right in front of you there. There's a high peak right in front of you, and you can just barely see it. It's a plateau, and there's a little mountain above that plateau. It is one of these, and I never know which one it is. So it's on your video, but I just don't know which one it is.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it's not far away at all. And Seneca Rock's dead ahead of you. So do you see that first peak? Okay, look at the flat grass in front of you. See the flat grass?
Yeah.
See the hill? See the second hill? If you follow that to your left about 20 miles, that's where Seneca Rocks would be. It's actually below that hill about 1,000 feet lower. That hill's at 3,000. Seneca Rocks only goes to about 2,000 feet. So it's hidden by that front ridge.
Gotcha.
So as I've been gliding back, I stayed in the lift. We have covered 2 miles, haven't lost a foot of altitude. We're almost over top of the airport now, and still haven't lost any altitude.
It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, Michael, whenever, if you'd like, I can show you how to fly the glider. You can do some flying if you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying.
We'll fly with our right hand, so whenever you're ready, just grab the stick.
Okay, I got it.
All right, you got it. So, of course, stick left and right to keep the wings level, and you'll use forward and back stick to keep your nose right about there. That's a pretty good pitch picture.
Okay.
So the nose pops up, you press stick forward, the nose drops down, you pull it back slightly. And we just fly that steady pitch picture like that. Right now the air is pretty calm, so it's not moving you around very much.
Gotcha.
If they are turned right a little bit, so level the wings, press your stick left a little bit.
Left,
A little
okay.
bit more left.
Gotcha.
There you go. Now back to the center. Back to the center. There you go. Good. See how you did that?
Yeah.
Just like you're used to. And yep, you can pretty much fly it like you think you would in your RC. That's about how you fly it. The only difference would be is you're in the glider so you can see your pitch picture. As opposed to when you fly your RC, you look to see what angle it has, right?
Right.
Yes. So that's all you're doing differently. And whenever you press the stick left to right, I'll press the rudder left to right to coordinate the turn for you.
Gotcha.
The glider's pretty responsive, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep,
It is.
it's pretty smooth. Alright, let's try a turn or two. I don't care which way you go.
Okay.
So all you do is keep your pitch picture steady, add a little bit of bank, and now the glider will try to overbank, so you'll need some stick left probably to keep the glider from banking too much.
Gotcha.
And you may need to pull back on the stick, keep the nose from dropping, but that's a nice turn right there. Good. Just feel the nose drop right there?
Yep.
There you go, good. Excellent. That looks good, Michael.
Yeah, this is
No
fun.
problem at all. Yep, whether we're in a turn or straight and level, we just keep our pitch picture right about there, and the glider will fly about the same airspeed. Turns out it's around 45 or 50 miles an hour. That's fine. Anywhere from 40 to 60 is okay. 45 or 50 is probably optimal. But, yep. And now we're going to turn to the left. Nice. You ever stalled your RC plane before?
All the time.
All right. So you tell you what, go ahead and bring it up just a little bit. And right there, hold your nose right there. Okay, let's go wings level for a second.
Right.
Over to your right. Yep. Keep your nose up. Keep your nose up. Keep it up. Keep going level. Keep going wings level here, but that'll be easier. I'll help you out here.
Okay.
I'll have you do a stall. There you go. Now, bring your nose up.
Okay.
Okay, now hold it right there. Keep more back stick. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep the wings level. You feel a little bit of shaking right there?
Yeah.
That right there is the stall.
Okay.
And you can just ride the stall, no problem. It won't do much anything. Or, would you say you're the adventurous type, Michael?
Yeah.
A little bit. I'll show you some of my aircraft. I'm going to turn back to the airport. So that was the beginnings of a stall. I'll show you what this feels like when it actually stalls. Typically, nose is too high, too slow, it's quiet. You feel a little bit of shaking, and if you resist that, eventually the nose will just drop on you like this.
Woo.
And the more vertical I go on the nose, the more it drops down.
Gotcha.
All right. You want to fly or just take some photos? It's your call.
I think I'll fly some more.
You got it.
Yeah.
Your aircraft, Michael.
Okay.
Yep. I'll be your autopilot or auto rudder coordination.
Try turning here left a little
now
bit.
bring your nose up some. There you go. Right there. Good. The steeper you bank, the more it'll try to overbank, and the more it will try to drop its nose.
Out here.
Okay. Right rudder, beautiful.
Okay, let's get right a little bit.
Okay.
I'll straighten out.
Alright, fly me up towards the airport to the right of it a little bit. You'll see a building on the hill with a bunch of green roofs. You can head over that direction. That's your 1 o'clock now. The right side of the river up on that hill. There you go. Right there it is. So we're still finding lift. That's crazy. It's funny how that works. Oh, that's actually a really good lift right there. So this is actually a pretty good day up here. But we'll begin our descent, so I'm just going to have you keep flying, fly through that lift. I'll go through our checklist for landing. Our undercarriage gears down lock, speed will be 50 pattern. Trims where I want it there. Air brakes work just fine. I haven't seen anybody, heard anybody. Wind looks okay on the ground. Beautiful. You just keep flying me straight ahead here. A little bounce here as we get lower, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the wind is coming over top of the ridge down below you, and now brings a little bit of chop. See the cows, or there's little black specks there.
So are we landing from the other direction?
Yes,
we
we're
took off
opposite for convenience. That way I can stop the glider right where I want to launch from.
Got it.
Close the air brakes a bit. And my aircraft, and I'll do our landing.
Okay.
raking in the grass here, so I don't want to get too close to the wing stands with that tailwind then.
Okay.
Okay, you can
unbuckle.
unbuckle. I'll rake it out.
Okay, thank you.
Nice job.
Wow, that was fun.
Awesome.
Wow.
Good job.
Thanks for watching the WV Retreat channel. Hey, do us a favor and give us a thumbs up if you liked the video. Give us a comment to let us know what you think. Hit subscribe and the notification bell to be emailed as new videos are released.